Well, good morning, everybody. Back again. Holidays are over. New games are out. And today we are going to play some of the new Europa Universalis content. Paradise Lost, Conquest of Paradise, just released yesterday. Lots of new stuff in it. And we're going to test some of it out. Loading up a game that I started yesterday just to get a start. We are using randomized New World and playing as one of the Native American tribes. In this case, the mighty Potawatomi. A little one-province miner in a fairly crowded New World, actually. I actually thought about restarting it just because of start location, and I might end up doing that, but we're going to stick with it for at least a short bit here. Obviously, don't know much about the world at this point. We have, looks like two land masses here at this point, or maybe one connected, maybe. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. In the middle of a ton of other Indian tribes. Let's see what we have here. Okay, first of all, there's a new tab here for the natives. It's a native, it's like a little mini idea. I mean, you still get the normal ideas, but the tech levels required are way up there. We're tech level 1 across the board. It's going to take a while to get anywhere, so we got these little mini ideas here, and we need power to advance these, and there's various ways to get power. Also see a migration here. When this fills up, I can actually pack up and move to another empty territory, and this is based on a timer. And the timer can be modified via some of these ideas right there. Migration cooldown minus 25%, native diplomatic ideas. So that's something that I'll probably do. I believe the act of migrating generates power as well. So boosted monarch power, yeah, when migrating. The other thing is we can enter a federation. Let's see if we can invite to a federation. They won't do it. Now, they're a vassal under me right now. The one thing I did when I started up the game yesterday was actually just did a short attack and vassalized the Cree. Let's see, we have no diplomats to send. Okay, we have a diplomat coming back in a couple days, so we're going to create a federation with the Fox Nation here. Now, I'm going to be running this at slow speed for a bit because there's a lot of new things I want to check out as we go. Okay, they're at war, so I cannot get them in a federation at this point. Now, the federation is basically a defensive alliance. They must be at war now. They will most likely accept. Oh yeah, I'm at war. Who am I at war with? Fox humiliation of the Ojibwe. Yeah, okay. Didn't realize I was at war. Guess we'll pull my troops back. Okay, let's see. I've got a little bit of gold. I have a little bit of income, but I really can't afford much in the way of leaders. But then again, I've got like a terrible monarch here. So maybe I should get at least a base, at least one leader here. Oh, okay, no, I don't have a terrible monarch. 423. Okay, let's see, economy, there's really not much difference here at the moment. Let's take a look at our trade map mode. So there's one node here. California trade node. Current trade power is 8.3. I guess we ought to send a merchant there. I guess I have a merchant there. Oh, I have a free merchant too. But there's really not another trade node I can do anything with at this point, so. Okay, so trade, technology again, tech level 1, it'll be a while before we can gain. Same thing with the ideas. Okay, improve relations with Huron. I do have a mission, pass the Judiciary Act. Colonial restrictions. Most of these I'm not going to be able to do for quite a while. Encourage divination. Must be at peace and a stability of 1. So that's one of the new Native American national decisions. Gives a lower revolt risk and a stability cost modifier. And also there is the introduce vision quest. Must have a theologian and gain some prestige. So we'll do that when we can. Can't do anything while I'm at war. Stability. I'm not going to bother boosting stability at this point. New religion is the totemism. So, at this point, let's see. Where's my army? My army's still moving. No, I had a pause, that's why. It looks like my vassal has attached its army to me. Now there's a new option here to where you could allow or disallow, enable or disable the ability for your allies to attach units to your stack. And that's right here. In the meantime, we're improving relations with the Huron. Let's see how this is going here. Looks like it's going okay. What do I need to complete that mission? Opinion of 100. We're getting close. It's at 81 now. Okay, now there's another thing. I'm going to pause this real quick. Buildings. There are new buildings for the Native Americans. And a lot of these are really cheap buildings that when you migrate, you're going to lose the buildings. But the act of building some of them, I think, generates power as well. At least I thought I read that in the, or heard about that on the stream. Let's build a sweat lodge. Oh, let's unpause it. I'll be running this stream 3 or 4 hours, then I'll take a break and then run another 2 or 3 hours this afternoon. And as with my Hindustan, I'll probably get everything up on YouTube today as well as I go through it. Okay, we are assaulting while that assault is taking place. I'm going to go grab a drink. I'll be right back. And I'm back. And the assault is... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bump it up just a notch here. Keep things slow as I explore. Welcome to the channel. As you can see, we're playing with some of the new content here. Randomized America's a randomized New World, and I'm playing one of the Native American tribes to take a look and see how some of the new mechanics on this side of the pond work out. The very beginning of a game, so you haven't missed anything, those just joining. But the only thing I've done so far is I've vassalized the Cree Nation, and I'm in some sort of alliance war at this point with the Ojibwe. But that's the world as we know it. Little mini continent up there, like a Greenland-esque island up there, the mainland here, and either an attached land here or a separate island. Can't tell at this point. We haven't been able to institute a federation yet. We're going to attempt that as soon as the option becomes available, which will be when we're outside of a war here. So our mission here should be ended soon. Our opinion is 93. The mission was to improve relations with Huron. Let's see, we're slowly filling up our Native American idea groups. The first one will give us a build cost reduction. We have won the siege. Okay. That should end that war. The Ojibwe will annul all treaties with Miami. The Ojibwe will pay. Okay, so now we're at peace. Let's see if we can get a federation here. They're hostile toward us. Okay, we can get the Cheyenne in a federation. And what the federation is a kind of a defensive alliance. With the provision that you're defending against outside aggressors. However, So, if, for instance, I'm in a federation with the Cheyenne, leading a federation with the Cheyenne. If the Cheyenne gets attacked, then I'm automatically going to get drawn into the war. However, it doesn't protect us against each other. So I can draw others into this federation, like the Sioux. Now we have a three-way federation here. However, if Cheyenne attacks Sioux, I'm not obligated to respond. If the Miami attacks the Sioux, then all three of us will get drawn into that war. So it's an interesting little mechanic. Okay, gain some prestige. We got a mission complete. Let's see. Repair relations with Miami. Remove Miami from the map. Looks like they're already at a war, in war. Huh? No. Okay, they're not at war. Well, let's do the easy one. Yeah, where's Shawnee? That's the big guys down here. Well, let's take that one. Reward of 25 diplomatic power. I could use the power at this point, so that should be easy enough to accomplish. Okay, who else do we want in this defensive alliance? I have no diplomats at this point. Okay. What am I doing? Improve relations with Ottawa. Why am I improving relations with Ottawa? I'm going to be improving relations with Ottawa. I can't see who's entering the channel here, but welcome everybody. I see they still haven't fixed this viewers list updating domain. I see. Welcome. Ottawa and Shawnee in a military alliance. Okay, let's see if we can get any more in the Federation here. The Ottawas. Let's see. It's going to take a little bit of time here. Income is still too low to really be able to afford an advisor, but I've got enough spare cash that I think I'm going to go ahead and trader, spy master, statesman. Oh, I wanted to look at, there were a couple vision quest. Stability of one, have a theologian for the vision quest. That gives me a yearly prestige boost. National revolt risk. Can't migrate yet. Let's see, we still got time on the sweat lodge. Yeah, been taking a bit of a break, doing some odds and ends. I've been on holiday for a while too, so figured with the new expansion out, took care of some things around the house when I got back from vacation, and figured I'd start my streaming again with the expansion here. Had my laptop with me, but my laptop really isn't set up to stream. Getting close to our first American advancement. There's our Federation. Need all native advancements and no westernized neighbor to reform the government. Away from a native council to a more advanced form of government. If we have all native advancements, it is possible to reform any away from a native council to a more advanced form of government if we have all native advancements and border a European nation. Okay. And that's the first step toward westernization, I do believe, if I understood things correctly on the stream. It takes 2,000 power to advance a tech level. Okay. Okay, we have two factions in the military are very close to breaking out in civil war over what bad tactics. Yeah. Now we're not, we're migratory. We don't need forts. We're getting close to being able to migrate too. And there's not a lot of spots to migrate to. Let's take a look. One of the new map modes here. Trade goods. We have grain. There's some cotton around us. Fish, cotton, furs, tobacco. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, back from vacation, got some things taken care of. I figured the new expansion was a great place to start the stream. And as you can see, we're taking jumping right in feet first. We did a randomized new world and we're playing one of the native tribes. So we're going to test a whole lot of the mechanics here early on. For those that just joined, I'm going to run this for about 4 hours or so and then take an hour or so break and then come back later this afternoon and run another 3 or 4 hours. So give you an idea of what to expect today. And as usual, I'll probably run this through the end. This is not an Iron Man mode, by the way. Those that are familiar with my previous 2 runs know that I ran Iron Man mode. I'll probably end up doing an Iron Man mode when I do my second stream for this expansion, which will probably be a more standard nation, one of the westernized nations, but still using the randomized new world mechanic. To take a look and see how that works out. Probably do something easy like Portugal or England and see how we can do with the colonization there. So let's see. Getting close here. Now, those that have not seen the new Native American mechanics, you got your standard tabs here. Nothing really changed across the top. The religion, there's a new religion here for the Native Americans, totemism. There's really not a lot different at this point with the religion. However, there's a native tab added, and this gives a couple mechanics. This shows one of the mechanics, the Federation, which is a defensive alliance. Basically, the members of the Federation that I've put together are sworn to defend each other from outside influences. So right now it's myself, the Cheyenne, the Ottawa, and the Sioux. So it's us 4 right now. If we get any one of the 4 of us get attacked by an outside source, it will draw us all into this defensive alliance. However, if, say, the Sioux attacks the Cheyenne, they're two members of the Federation, but it doesn't prevent them from attacking each other. And if something like that breaks out, then the rest of us are not automatically drawn into that war. It's kind of the running plains battles that you saw in the Americas, battles between the various tribes. There's also a migration here, and what this is a timer. And as you may be aware, a lot of the tribes were very migratory. They followed the cattle herds, the buffalo herds, and whatnot. And this kind of simulates that. And when this timer is filled, I'll be able to basically pack up and migrate to a nearby province. In this case, there's a spot for me to migrate to. But the act of migration, as I understand it, generates power, boost in monarch power when migrating. So that's one of the ways you generate the power to continue to advance your Native American ideas. And the third part of the Native American is they have their own little idea groups here, which is because it's going to take so long to gain tech levels and your initial ideas, it's like a little mini subset of ideas as a filler between tech level 1 and tech level 4 when you actually start gaining the normal powers. So those are the pardon me. Those are the three new base Native American mechanics. There's other ways to generate power. Yes, it is possible to play with the normal map. You actually have to select the randomized map in order to get a randomized new world. And when I start the new game, the next one, I might do that this afternoon as the afternoon session. I'll show that off in the main menu. Now, there's a couple things I can do. As I mentioned, there's not much place to migrate up here, but what I could do, there's really not a good place to do it. There's too many large tribes here in the middle. If I could actually attack my way or get my way over to some of these farther east things, and there's more migration space off to the east, so I'm going to have to look at maybe doing that. I've already got the Cree as a vassal at this point. Let's see, we're trying to improve relations with Miami, so we're not going to do anything there. Who's not in the Federation? Let's see if we can get the Cherokee in the Federation. We can. So we're going to increase our defensive strength here. Now, does this actually cost power, I wonder? No, that's just purely time-based. And there are idea groups here which lessen that migration time as well. Okay, we're going to try to boost our power a little bit. The Fox don't like us, do they? We have a truce with... No, we don't have a truce with him. We're going to go ahead and humiliate... Let's see, before I do that, cancel that. They're allied with the Sioux. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and humiliate the Fox here. We would get the Cheyenne to join. Yeah, we're going to go ahead. So the Sioux joined against us, and the Cree joined. Obviously, they're our vassals. So, one of the ways to generate power is to by making these conquest here. So that's basically what I'm doing here, is just generating some power to try to, I need to grow to get at least the size of some of these larger territories here before they decide to turn on me. I'm going to let that battle play out. Once that battle is done, we should be able to complete our start our migration. And we'll see how that works out. Looks like we had somebody drop out. The suit dropped out of our defensive federation when they declared war on me. Okay, no big deal. We're getting close to our first Native American idea, admin idea, which is going to give us a build cost reduction. And because when you migrate, you lose your buildings. So there's we'll demonstrate. We'll take a look at the buildings available again here shortly, since there's a whole new set of buildings for the Native Americans. Okay, this should go fairly quickly here. We were gonna. Do we have a theologian? We do not have a theologian. Okay, 756. We can afford a. It's really not a good one here. We'll take the diplomatic rep. Now we're going to be losing income a month a little bit. That's fine. We'll let that siege play out here. It's not. Let's see. Shawnee sent diplomats to improve relations. New Mayan leader. Maya's down here. So those are the buildings we can build. Let's take a look at seeing what some of these are. Three Sisters Field is goods production, Great Trails manpower modifier, production efficiency, tax modifier, advisor costs minus 50%. Oh, I like that. Siege is over. No aggressive expansion, 10 prestige. Okay. Troops in foreign territory, free advisor, truce expire, province improvements. Okay, I thought that was supposed to... Okay, it may have given power, I can't tell. I think it gave some admin power. Actually, I think it gave me power across the board. Okay, as soon as this fills up, we're going to migrate to the only spot we have available. That's fine, assuming nobody beats us to it. And then, now we've already had one building here, and now I wonder, okay, we started with some, no? Those are buildings we can build. We built the sweat lodge as the only one we actually built, so we started with a longhouse, evidently. But we're not going to build anything else because we're just about ready to migrate, so anything we built would be left behind. Now you can see they're very cheap buildings here at this lower level because of the migratory nature of the Native Americans. All of these buildings are pretty cheap. I mean, a fire pit, you can imagine, isn't a very costly shouldn't be very costly. Longhouse might be the most expensive, or Palisade, but they're all cheap in terms of both gold and power. So I'm wondering if we actually get a pop-up when this fills. Let's close this up and see if we get a pop-up when the migration bar fills. Migration gives you some immediate power, and we'll take a look at that here in just November 11th, so just under a month. I think it gives you power across the board, but we'll take a look. Basically, we lose this territory, and yes, you can now invest in an advancement. Okay, well, before we do that, okay, we're going to go ahead and do that. So our building cost is reduced by 20%. So instead of 10, it'll be 8 to build all of those buildings. So we got our first Native American idea. Our tradition of relocating villages when soils grow poor has led us to improve our construction methods. By harnessing these new methods and spreading them, we can greatly benefit. Build cost minus 20%. 9, 10, 11. Okay, and yes, it does give us a migration. Humiliate against the S and Buon. Okay. Oh, they beat us to it. Damn you. Okay, but now we can migrate up here. So we will do that instead, I guess. Oh, the Cree migrated away from us. That's what happened. Okay, so let's take a look. Our power right now is at 0, 300... and 363, or 300 and 363. So let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to migrate. Okay, there we go. We'll get 50 of each power type for migrating. And then it'll be 5 years, it looks like, before we can migrate again. And it's automatic, okay. So that gave us 50 power across the board. Oops. Hey, we found our first crash. I'm not sure whether or not they can. It might be able to, I don't know. If so, it's probably the capital. I wonder if I can replicate that crash. I just had gone into the Alliance map mode is all I did. Okay, the multi-province natives cannot. There you go. I don't know if you caught that tooltip. Watch these tooltips as they come up here. One of the new mechanics. Not this one. Coring provinces is more costly. During wartime. Okay. I misread it when it came up. I thought it said during winter time. Because they have done some changes with the climate as well. Okay, we got an autosave only a few months old, so another reason I decided not to go to Iron Man. I wasn't sure if quite all the bugs were quite out of it. Okay, I'm going to hit the diplomatic map mode right off the bat and see if that crashes it. It's the only thing I had done. Nope. Okay. I'll do it after the migration and see if the change in territorial position caused it. I'll save just before I click it, though. Okay, so we lost about 11 months. Okay, we're still in the battle with the fox. So our federation is down to 4. That's fine. Migration and the idea will come up here shortly. And it looks like we still have our advisors. We didn't. We went with the statesman, didn't we? We'll get him back. We still have no score. And they changed the way the scoring system works too, I noticed. Let's see here that currently the score is gained at 27%. There is a detailed view in the ledger where you can see how the rank is calculated. Later in the game, the faster you accumulate score based on your various standings. Let's take a look at the new map modes here. Oh, okay. I think the Federation just triggered. Miami just declared war on Cheyenne. Cheyenne was in our Federation. We have failed to receive the following effects. Repair relations with Miami. That was our mission. Because of the Federation, we are now in war against them. Those that missed it earlier, select army. I have a vassal. The Cree is my vassal right now. They're attached their army to mine. You now have the option to allow your allies units to attach or not. And that's if you select the army, there's a little checkbox up here which will either enable or disable the ability of your allies and vassals to attach armies to your stack. Okay, so we're going to need a new mission. We have a prestige of 50. It might be a bit much. Cherokee's opinion is 125. Protect. Okay, we'll go with that one. Enemy of my enemy. Well, I kept an eye on it in the Hindustan save. I mean, just as a goal, basically setting a goal for the game to determine whether or not I consider the game a success or not. I imagine it's more useful in a multiplayer scenario than in a single player scenario. How's our... Okay, that battle should be over soon, and the fox should be... There it is. Speaking of. Now, do we want to vassalize them too? I don't see why not. Let's see what costs power to do that. And aggressive expansion. No, we're not going to do that. Gain 20 of each monarch power. That's what I want. Oh, they won't take it though. Unreasonable demands 100. Okay, they won't give us their gold. Okay, that's fine. We'll take the 20 power. That's what the whole war was about. So we gain 20 of each power for that war. We can advance. Okay, and our migration should come up shortly as well. Okay, now we're still at war with Miami, so we're going to go ahead and chase them down. Actually, we're going to kick them out of our territory. Now, here's an interesting question. I presume we can't migrate while we're under attack or even at war, hostile siege yet. So I can't migrate while the siege is actually in progress here. Gain the humiliate against the Assiniboine. Assiniboni? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Okay, it looks like we can't. Okay, now we can move. Okay, now I can migrate, but I have no place to migrate to. Nope, nope, not possible to migrate when at war. There we go. That's what I thought would happen. Okay, I need the Fox or the Cree to migrate so I can migrate. I'm kind of stuck in the middle of everybody right now. I wonder if I can migrate through the Cree. We'll have to try that once this is over. If the Cree don't migrate first. Now the other thing, because it is a federation, I presume we can't, we can sue for peace. Maybe. We've got corruption. Ugh, I don't want inflation this early. Huron's in this war? Oh, Huron's in this war. That's not good. Maybe I do want to try to sue for peace here. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Huron backed out, so we'll try to finish this siege here. And is Huron at war with somebody else? Nope. Ottawa, Potawatomi. Cherokee. Oh, Cherokee, okay. Cherokee actually doing anything. Looks like everybody's kind of involved in this. I was going to take a look at some of the other map modes here. Oh, there's a Federation map mode. Nice. Yeah. You don't remember me mentioning the score throughout the Hindustan save, trying to hit that great power status? Okay, there's the Federation map mode. Trade goods. They finally added the trade goods map mode. That was the one map mode that I was missing from the EU3. They put it back in by popular demand. Colonial regions. Okay, so the new world's divided into the regions, which will come into play later on. China accepted peace with the Olympic. So we're in colonial California right now, the region colonial California. These regions won't come into play until later on, really, for the most part, as far as I can tell. Now that's kind of how I used to score. I was pushing for the top 8 in the Hindustan save, which would have been a great, the same thing as the Vicky Great Power status. Although in EU, given the time frame, Great Power was probably more like top 12 or something like that. Hindustan, and that last Hindustan save, I certainly considered myself to be one of the top powers of the world, given the number of nations in the Vicky era versus the medieval era. I was just using that as a goal. Okay, so Miami accepted peace. Okay, we are again at peace. We can migrate. No place for me to migrate to at this moment. So I cannot migrate through a vassal. So I have to wait until somebody moves before I can migrate. So we'll wait and see how that happens there. Crete, there we go. I was going to say Crete's probably going to be the next one to move. So we migrate, generates 50 power, almost pushes us up another, there we go. You can never have too much grain. So another grain province. And we get our native military idea, which is a morale boost, 10%. As far as I know, all of the base native advancements are the same across the board. However, some of the larger tribes have their own native idea group. I'm one of the generic idea groups, so being one of the smaller tribes. But as far as I know, the Native American traditions are the same across the board. Okay, now that opens us up to some migration, a little bit of migration room anyway. Okay, now what we're going to do here, let's take a look at the buildings. I want that advisor cost reduction, so we're going to build a fire pit. Takes about a year to build a proper fire pit to honor our ancestors and all. The enemy of our enemy is Cherokee, so they should be our friend. Objectives, Cherokee's opinion of us. So let's work on that. Shouldn't take too long for that. Negative stability, we want to fix that. At least keep it at neutral stability. Yes, they're still, let me verify, they should still be my vassal. They're still our vassal. Now, this in itself, this mechanic in and of itself, it will make for some interesting things in some different maps. This one's kind of crowded right now, so you're not going to see a lot of it here. But in some of the more open maps, like the standard North American continent, maybe, where you might be counting on some of those vassals to act as buffers or to be nearby to aid you in wars with the migration, you may find your vassal halfway across the map and completely useless to you. So this map, until we get over into here into the open area, you're not going to see too much of that. There's just not that much places to shuffle around in. But it will certainly make things interesting in a more wide open map. Okay, what else can we do? Really not a heck of a lot at this point. How are we doing on our third? We're almost there, and our next idea there gives us a cooldown on our migration of 25%. Let's see. They're allied with Miami. I guess we can go ahead and truce with Fox and Sioux. We can go ahead and humiliate them. Get all that power that we can. And the Miami didn't honor their alliance, so that'll break that. My max manpower 10,000, so lost some mainly through attrition. The other map mode, let's take a look and see what this looks like. Climate map mode. So we are in an Arctic area. We need to move down south. We don't like it up here. Arid. Temperate, yeah, we need to move ourselves to the south a little bit, it looks like. So I think that's all the new map modes. Winter's map mode. Humiliate the Cree, they're our vassal. We can humiliate our vassal, cool. So it must be, it's July. Can't be too winter. Well, I guess we are far north, it could be winter. So that's the, 5 new map modes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new map modes, yep. New monarchs left and right. Creek. Looks like EU Force picked up a bit of a following with the expansion release. There's 3 live channels now. Our ceremonial fire is almost complete. Hopefully that'll give us a positive income. What's our advisor maintenance at right now? 1.08. Okay, that must just be initial cost of the advisors, not the maintenance. I'll see if it drops at the end of the month. Yep, it did. Okay, so it is the maintenance as well. Good. So I should have a, well, less of a negative income anyway. Hey, you guys can't do that. That's our vassal. You just... How's our siege going? Yeah, terrible random numbers, as usual. Several leading members of the government are deeply worried about some changes proposed to how the realms should be ruled. Now wait a second here. Okay, another advancement. There's our travois. So our migration cooldown is dropped by 25%, which means it's now possible to migrate about 3/4 of a year earlier. Don't suppose they'll... Nope, we need to reoccupy the territory, it looks like, for them to peace out. Miami into an alliance with the Ojibwe. Oh, merchants are free. I need to get my merchant back out. Oh, 50 ducats. I want that, or do I want the power? I think I'm gonna wait and grab the, I prefer the power at this point. Okay, let's get that merchant placed. Where's my trade map mode? I guess when I migrated, I lost my trader, maybe? I didn't change trade zones. Maybe it was the war. I don't know. I'll have to pay attention to that. That might give me a positive income. Nope. Half the loss though, so. I really want to get over here into the eastern areas. I have to find my way around there. And the reason being is once the Europeans land, I want to be somewhat close to them so I can start the westernization process. If I'm further over here with all these Native American tribes in between me and them, they're all going to have the option to westernize earlier. All this open land to migrate to. Okay, this siege should end in this next tick, probably. Or not. 2 on the random roll. Go figure. Okay. Apache accepted peace with Pueblo. Is that these guys down here? No, yep, Apache, Pueblo. $20 of each power. That's what I'm after. Okay, we still have a negative income. And we can fix that a couple different ways. Let's go ahead and cut the maintenance down a little bit. That'll give us a slight positive income. And let's take a look. Fort level, defensiveness, force limits, local tax modifier, tax income. Do that. Build up a slight income here. Okay, that gave us about halfway to our next admin idea, which is going to be a national tax modifier. That'll help. Leader shock and diplomatic rep are our next two. Manual creation is about 3/4 of the way. 7/27/54, so just over a year before our next migration. We'll move our way across over to Huron. Looks like it'll be five-step migration. How is our I needed a 125 here. Allied to rival -25. Where's your rival? Shawnee, Susquehanna, Powhatan. Must be the Shawnee. I'm Shawnee. I'm not Shawnee. Potawatomi, Shawnee. Shawnee. Not allied to them, am I? Potawatomi, Cherokee, Cheyenne, Ottawa. Allied to rival. Or maybe they're allied to a rival. Huron, Mohican, Osage. Or my rivals. Shawnee is my only rival. Powhatan, Susquehanna, Shawnee. Yeah, I can fix that. I forget if those stack. Allied to rivals. Let's rival the Shawnee as well and see if that stacks. No, we'll rival the Susquehanna instead. No, that doesn't stack, it looks like. Enemy of enemy +2. Allied to rival -25. Huron, Mohican, Osage. His rivals are Shawnee, Susquehanna, and Powhatan. I don't think I'm allied to any of them, am I? Cheyenne. Oh, I'm allied with Susquehanna. Okay. How am I allied with them? I don't know, but they're now a rival, so that alliance should be broken. Dissolve alliance. That should fix that. There we go. 5 prestige, 25 power. Okay, insult Susquehannock. Have the CB of diplomatic insult. Protect against them. Gain access to the sea through canyon. I'm going to take the prestige. Apache started the Apache humiliation of Pima against Pima. Let's take, that's 5 prestige and 25 power, so we'll do that. Send an insult. That was an easy mission. The enemy of our enemy, Shawnee. Improve relations with the Shawnee or gain access to the see-through canyon. The heck is canyon? Oh, there it is. If they're my vassal, I should already have access to the see-through that. Well, I'm not going to be heading in that direction, so we're going to, can't afford a army size of 9 at this point, so we're going to go with the enemy of our enemy. That was Shawnee, right? Yeah. Let's improve relations with them. Okay, we should be getting close to a migration. Let's see. I wonder which way they're going to move. That's not what I wanted. It's all Arctic. Until I can get around the corner here. Even then, I need to get all the way over here. Okay, yeah, free advisor, truce expiring, province improvements. Not much I can do at this point. There. Now we can humiliate Ottawa. Even though they're in the Federation, that doesn't prevent us from attacking each other. Wait for the migration to come up. Might have to do a little bit of fighting with Susquehanna. If we can get Shawnee and Cherokee involved, we'd be okay. Fight to Federation. I have no diplomats. Proof. We're done improving relations. Let's pull him back. See if we can get one of the big countries in the migrate and the next migration complete. I see my vassal still has his army attached to me too. I'm gonna leave it that way, I guess. We no longer care for the people who embrace Susquehannock and thus find it no longer accepted. Oops, we found tobacco. The foreign tongue is not fit for our high halls. Oh, we lost an accepted culture. I didn't realize we had an accepted culture. Let's take a look at the culture map mode. Oh, we had a few accepted cultures, it looks like. Central Algonian, Algonquian, and there's Susquehannock. Huron. Yeah, okay. Well, that's nice to know, I guess. Okay, so we just completed another migration. We're getting fairly close to our next native ideas. Oops, I lost my... I'm going to have to steal some money in my next, well, hell, I don't even know what my next battle's going to be. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of out of the way of everything. One of the problems with migration, I see. I can fight the Huron. Huron is allied with Cherokee, Illinois, Lenape, and Osage. Lenape. We took a loan of 1 gold. Illinois, Osage. Their truce with Cherokee, Cheyenne, Ottawa, Potawatomi, and Cree. Can't fight them anyway until 55. Well. I might have migrated myself into a corner here, actually. It's like Ottawa's doing something here. What is going on? Occupied by Ottawa peasants. Oh, interesting. I need to get that fire pit done. Time is it? Okay, yeah, I'll go another hour or 2 here. We're taking loans here. I need this fire pit to finish so I can start making money again. Okay, I could, well, not quite go to war with Huron. I need to provoke them into attacking. Oh, wait, we don't have them in the Federation yet, do we? We have no diplomats to sign. I thought I recalled a diplomat. What the heck? Why is my diplomat not coming back? Okay. Winnebago. I guess I do it that way. For some reason it's not coming up as an option. To according to this, I've not got a diplomat over here. What the heck? Working to improve relations in Winnebago. Winnebago is in the Cherokee. So if I click on Cherokee and diplomacy, I should have a... Okay, I think I found a slight bug. It says I'm not doing anything. Recalled. Glad there's another way to recall diplomats. Blackfoot has started collecting more taxes. Where are the Blackfoot at? Blackfeet. Way over here. They have their own little private battleground over there. Okay, so what we're going to do is get Shawnee into a defensive into the Federation. If we can. We can. And then I'm going to incite the Huron to attack. See if we can beat the Huron down a little bit in a defensive war. Shoshone started the Shoshone humiliation of Blackfoot. So we're going to send an insult to the Huron. About ready to get our next admin here. National tax modifier, that'll help. Fire pit's still 2 months away. Okay, what else should we do? Okay, they're too far away to get into the Federation. They're already at war, apparently. They're in the Federation. So I have the Cherokee and the Shawnee in the Federation. Somehow I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to get the Huron to... Oh, Cree moved next to us. We have gained the humiliate Cassius Belli against Cree. Cree has the independence Cassius Belli against us. We can't do a protectorate. They belong to advanced tech group. Not going to support independence. I don't know. We're going to break our vassalization? No, not really. And we should be able to migrate again soon, I guess. Oh, no, we're a ways away from migration. There's our... national tax modifier. Hey, we have a positive income of 0.03. How many 1 gold loans did we take? 6 1 gold loans. Might have to fire the advisor just so I can make money. Okay, making 0.12 a month now between the tax modifier and our fire pit. Still, that's a long time to pay 6 gold back. What year is it? 1456. So we have gone 12 years. I wonder where the Europeans are. Oh, hey, gain some gold. Or gain stability. I think I want the stability. That'll give us gold in the form of income. National decisions. Hey, encourage divination. It'll give us a national revolt risk of -1 stability cost modifier, 5%. Sure. Let's divine things. Where will the herds go next year? Yep. Okay, evidently when we migrate we lose our every time we migrate we lose our merchant. I have to remember, no wonder we're losing money. Okay, that didn't do too much, did it? Oh, he's not there yet, that's why. Okay, must remember, after migration, replace the merchant. Merchant's wandering around lost, wondering where his people went. I don't suppose we have any kind of oh, we can. Nope, we can't build any ships. Okay. I was going to say, do we have canoes or anything we can use to patrol trade routes, trade nodes? Okay, 0.22. So 3 gold a year we're making now. Native advancement, leader shock value. Okay, we'll take it. Next one will be our diplomatic reputation. Now, here's the question. Do we spend our next 500? Stability cost modifier. Or do we actually save it and try to push to tech level 2? I'm not sure we can actually change to a monarchy though until we get reformed government. No, we can't reform government until we get a westernized neighbor. I have to 2,000 points. That would be 4 tech advancements. I guess we'll just keep pushing the ideas. I don't know if saving them up and getting tech level 2 would actually help us any. Occupied by fox peasants. The peasants are revolting. Huron's not going to attack, are they? Oh, we can do coalitions. Alliance from the Cherokee. Sure. What's our tax base in this new territory? 3.2 down here. That was a grain province. Okay, we knew what these were. I wonder if they change when they, that's fish, I think. That might have been fish. I'm gonna have to watch when people migrate. These were both grain, I'm pretty sure. I know the one we started on in was grain. Pretty sure that the new one was grain as well. We're in tobacco right now. I'm gonna have to watch. It almost looks like the trade goods are changing after migration in out and out of. I know for a fact that we started in grain, so we'll have to watch when somebody migrates into that one. Okay, well. Let's repay a couple of them anyway. Don't want all those loans hanging over my head. I might forget the 1 gold. Yeah, now if I was to save any points, it would be the diplomatic and get the light ships and the trade node patrols right away. What do we have? Diplomatic rep, better relations over time, colonists. We can actually colonize once we get. Okay, well. I think we're just going to press through and grab the, I mean, we have 2,500 points worth to grab. I guess that's what we're going to do. Let's just grab them. Ally with the Shawnee. That finishes that off. Improve relations with Huron. Protect against, protect against. And they all have 9 units. Ugh. But I wanted to attack the Huron. Smoke the peace pipe. Ceremonial use of pipes and tobacco among our people is an ancient art. By using those smoke ceremonies to seal peace and covenants, we can lend greater authority to our agreements and deals. Okay. Nope, we can't humiliate a larger country. We have no casus belli against them. Well, that changes things. Because we can't fabricate claims. We can embargo them. So how do we attack? How do we attack another? We can't. We can get them to attack us. Are they our rivals? They are not our rivals at this moment. Oh, wait a second. Huron is going to become our rival. And then we're going to embargo them. Let's see if they will do anything here. Kind of backed myself into a corner with this migration to the east because I can't attack any of the larger nations. Shawnee would chime. I guess I could. Can you capture territory from them? There's no CB. Decision. What's my next migration? Soon. Yeah. Maybe I'll wait for a migration and common grounds with our neighbors and the fact that we share the same faith. Well, I don't know what I want to do. I guess I'm going to move back to the south. It's not what I had wanted to do, but then again, I need to get in the middle of things to where I can actually force some issues, I guess. Increased offensive expired. Well, migration time. Where do we go? Do we go east? Continue as planned? Or do we mix it back up in the south? I don't know if, well, again, I can attack the Huron with no CB. I'm gonna go east. By the time I get down here, I'll be almost through the idea groups. National decision, accept cultural shift. Mohican becomes a new primary culture. Okay. I missed that bit about the lose 5 stability. Ouch. Insult. Okay, there's an easy one. I like insulting them. Cannot insult them again until 64, really? How insulting. More grain. So we've got grain, tobacco. I believe that one was grain and grain. Let's see where these next round of migrations bring up. Well, that ate up some power. Better relations over time. And here comes the bunch of loans again. Who would join me in a war here? It's going to cost us 2 stability, so I want to wait until I can boost it back up to 0, but who would join me if I were to... Cherokee is allied. Shawnee would. I don't know if I'm ready to trigger that. We'll have to wait and see how things change. I'm going to have to fire this guy. He costs too much. Positive income again. Nope. Wait, merchant. Did we change trade notes yet? We have. Can I collect from this one too? I cannot. I'm out of the trade node. I'm out of range. Actually a more valuable trade node, it looks like. Trade value 1.69. Collecting 0.27. Income of 0.29. Okay, so now we wait for our power to build up again, our migration to tick over. 1462, so just under 3 years, or just over 3 years. Yeah, one thing I notice. There's no errors. My migration east took me to the Mohican, which is in the eastern Algonquian as opposed to the western. That's why I had the culture change. At least once I migrate next to the otherwise I can humiliate them and get a boost. It's a shame you can't humiliate a larger one. Oh, what's the shiny doing here? They're getting ready to do something, it looked like. What's our federation look like? Potawatomi, Cherokee, Shawnee, Cheyenne, Ottawa. Oh, the Cree's no longer in the Federation. Wonder when they dropped out. I missed it. They're still my vassal, right? Yeah, they're still my vassal. I don't know, should I get a... They have actual, claims. I don't think I'm going to bother building anything at this point. I have another migration coming soon. No, it's not that soon. Guess I could. Let's see. Is there anything really... that would give me a boost to, like, power or something? Not really. Guess I could increase my army, maybe. As long as the Cherokee is allied with Huron. Fox. Okay, let's see what happened when Fox moved here. That had been grain. It's tobacco now. So the migrations do change the trade goods in a zone. That's interesting. because that was my starting territory, and I know for a fact I had grain there. So that is very interesting. And this is now cotton. That was not cotton either. So, okay, well, that's interesting. The migrations change the trade goods.